Hello, noble ones, and welcome to Metatron's Academy. I think today's video is quite interesting when it comes to our daily practice of languages, because here's the thing. Of course, I would say 99% of you who watch these videos, you know English, you speak English, you understand English, but what if you are pronouncing some words incorrectly? What if there are some fossilized mispronunciations that you think you're pronouncing these words right, but in reality you're not? And you know what? I'm not going to say you, I'm going to say we, because I'm going to test myself together with you. So here, this is from the British Council, and apparently these are the 10 most mispronounced English words. And after we're done with this, we're going to look at the 31 words you are definitely pronouncing wrong. This is from Good Housekeeping. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but here we are. All right, so without further ado, let's see if I also have been mispronouncing stuff for 30 years. Let's go. So first one is, so I would say Wednesday. I see how this is often mispronounced because people put a D. Yeah, there we go, exactly. So basically this is pronounced Wednesday, like when, rather than Wednesday. If you say Wednesday, you're wrong. Okay, fantastic. I'm okay with this one. Next, I say February. And by the way, I'm reading the word first, and then I'm reading this kind of weird expression of what the pronunciation is supposed to be, because I do want to test myself. I actually do. So February. So I stress it at the beginning. Yeah, yes. February. I guess, yeah, February. I think I'm good. Next, colleague. Yes, that's good. Do you say it right? Yes. Next, 4, especially. Oh, I see. People probably put an X. Yeah. People say, well, I do say Here it's put at, oh, maybe I say it wrong, actually. So here it's saying that the correct pronunciation is especially. Especially. Really? Because I say especially. If you're a native English speaker, please let me know. Is it the way I say it, especially, or is it especially? Is that a z or no? Maybe I say this one wrong. Next, I would say prestigious. Yeah, I think I'm right with this one. Number 6. All right, I say often. Here it says right pronunciation often. Common mispronunciation often. I disagree, actually. I think the T is fine. I don't say it because I'm lazy like that. So I do say often. Yeah, I often have milk in the morning, or I often go to the supermarket. I do say often. Very rarely I will say often, but I do not believe it's wrong to pronounce the T. He says, while English has many words with a silent T, they don't usually come after the letter F. Naturally, people assume that they should pronounce every consonant in the word often, as they do with words after and 50. No, I think this is the British Council. So I suppose I'm wrong, but I think there's nothing wrong with saying often. Anyways, either way, I say it the correct way, so whatever. Next, 7, business. Yeah, business. So I say this one correctly. I've heard people say booziness. I've heard people say business. I say business. Business. I suppose I say it right. Business. Yeah, it has 3 syllables due to the I, some people think. Instead, it's 2 syllables. Exactly, yeah. All right, number 8. So I pronounce this pronunciation. Pronunciation is how I say it. Pronunciation. Now, here it puts a pro. I don't know, though, if it's just a problem of the way this is transliterated. You know what? I'm going to have to check this one on word reference, because I don't say pronunciation. I say pronunciation. I do a half a vowel. So it's a. That's what I do, at least. So word. And I think a lot of people say pronunciation. I think it's pronunciation is how I've always said it. Word reference. Man, I'm having a good time here. I don't know about you, but this is actually getting interesting. All right. So word reference tells us, okay. So word reference says it exactly like me. In fact, I'm going to listen to it. Oh, yeah, that's a good tool, actually. We can hear it. I'm going to try the especially one that I may have been mispronouncing. But first and foremost, let's try this one. So I say pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Pronunciation.
I guess. US.
Pronunciation.
Yeah, I think we're good. But let me see the especially one. So let me try UK.
Especially.
Bro, he says it like me. Especially. Especially.
especially, especially,
Am I like dreaming this or what? Let me do US.
especially, especially,
Even the American guy, I mean, it's kind of, yeah, it's a little different here, but it's still not doing z. British Council, I mean, I don't know, guys, you tell me. I'm not the native here, you tell me next. So I would say hierarchy, hierarchy. And here it says hi. There's no R? Maybe I am mispronouncing it. Let's see. Hierarchy. Oh, it's afterwards. Hierarchy. Okay, good. Wait. I hate these like approximated pronunciation. I need to hear it. Do you know what I mean?
hierarchy, hierarchy,
Hierarchy. I think it's kind of like similar to the way I say it.
hierarchy,
Hierarchy.
hierarchy,
What about US?
hierarchy,
Yeah, there's more R sound in there, but generally speaking.
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy. 10. Yeah, this one I would say necessary. 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 It says, though, common mispronunciation. Oh, necessary is the common okay, fine. Yeah, no, I don't say necessary. Necessary. Interestingly enough, though, what about the word interesting? Because in my opinion, you can say, I say interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. So I kind of stress it at the beginning. I've heard people saying that's interesting. Interesting. I believe they're both acceptable. Interesting and interesting. I've always said interesting, kind of stressing it at the beginning. Let me know how you pronounce it, and I'm going to move to the next. We've got 31 to cover, guys. Let's go. Man, this is fun. This is really fun. I need to do it more often. Yeah, you see? Often. All right, so what have we got? Number 1, watch these people try to pronounce... I don't care right now. Okay, well, I guess we skip number 1. No one likes getting corrected. No, it's fine. It's good. It's good. Avoid embarrassing mistakes by articulating it right the first time. I actually don't like this forma mentis here. I think it's better to think that it's not really an embarrassing mistake. There's nothing embarrassing about mispronouncing. What the heck is this? Akai? I don't know what it means. Berries? It's a type of berries? Well, I don't know what this is. Next. All right, this one I say applicable. 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 In fact, I do applicable. But ever since I moved to the US, I've always heard people say applicable. I believe they're both fine and correct. Probably applicable is the British way to say it. Perhaps sometimes it's a little confusing because particularly because I live in the US now, right? And England is, I mean, of course, that's what I picked up a lot of my pronunciation when I was a child, well, teenager. But the reality is that a lot of the time, since it's been like 20 years, and now I live in the US, when they say something and my pronunciation doesn't match that, not just because of the accent, but actually the stress, I'm like, is it because I heard Brits say it this way, or am I just making it up? Because sometimes I do feel that it could be just me. So let's have a look. Maybe I'm just wrong. All right, so we're checking this one out.
Applicable. Applicable.
Applicable.
Applicable.
Sounds more like applicable.
applicable,
But he did say applicable. He says it a bit like me, because here in the IPA, they're not putting the E, they're putting the applicable. Applicable. But the guy,
applicable, applicable,
applicable, he says it with a E. So I think I say it a bit like the guy. And the US?
applicable,
Applicable. Yeah, I mean, they're both fine. Okay, I was right. But this one, they put applicable. If you, look. So they say not applicable. It is fine to say applicable. This is so weird. I mean, this website is kind of weird. I don't want to say it. Why don't they do their research? Applicable is perfectly fine. Oh, goodness gracious. Right, number 4. Ooh, this is a difficult one. I would say Arctic. Am I wrong? Don't forget about the first C. So is it Arctic? People skip the arc. Yeah, I do. And the same goes for... Okay, so I think I do mispronounce it. I would say Arctic, but it's probably Arctic. Man, that's difficult to say. No wonder people mispronounce it, me included. Let's see.
Arctic, Arctic,
Excuse me?
Arctic, Arctic,
Okay.
Arctic,
Arctic. It's ever so slightly...
Arctic,
Yeah, he's pronouncing it more correct. Okay, so I'm mispronouncing this.
Arctic.
Arctic. So Arctic. See, it's a learning opportunity. It's, guys, it's Arctic. I believe it's also because In Italian, we say Artico. See, Antarctica. Yeah, no, sure. All right, next 5. I would say cash. It's cash, right? Tendency to say cachet. All right, so it's wrong. It's cash. All right, 6. All right, so this one I pronounce either. Either. I know people say either or either. I've always said either, and I guess they're going to give us a negative, no? So neither. I always said me neither. But yeah, me neither is fine too. You could use either, there you go, either or either. But the latter in Merriam is Merriam-Webster's preferred pronunciation, really, either. So me neither is Merriam-Webster's. Right, I guess I personally think I've heard Brits use both, with a larger amount of English people back in the day actually saying me neither and either. That's why I picked that one up, because it's the one I heard the most in England. But in America, I have never heard anyone say me neither. I always say people say me neither. Maybe there are some people, let me know in the comments. I do believe it could be a regional choice. 7. Oh, you shut up. I'm the king here. I'm the king here. If your barista hasn't corrected you already, your afternoon pick-me-up is called espresso, not espresso. Right, okay, so they are correct. There is no X, and it is pronounced espresso. But if we're going to be real about this, if you go to Italy and you enter a cafe, or what we call bar, il bar, that's what we call a cafe in Italy, you don't really order un espresso, per favore. No one does it. It's un caffè. Un caffè, per favore. Why? Well, because espresso is the default. So there is no need to say that's a coffee. It's un caffè. Un caffè. Grazie. Un caffè. If you're in Sicily and you want to sound Sicilian, drop one of the 2 F's and don't make it long. So in standard Italian, caffè. Il caffè. In Sicilian, u caffè. Single F. U caffè. Number 8. Yeah, February. We already looked into this one. Number 9. Oh, come on, stop with Italian words. Music buffs might pronounce this one as forte. How are they going to correct it? Because, yeah, in Italian, it's an Italian word and it's pronounced forte. Forte. And if you're talking about a composer's note, that would be correct. Actually, no. It wouldn't be correct. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, no, it's forte. Forte, just like pianoforte. Forte, it means loud in this case. I mean, forte means strong, but in the case of music, pianoforte is quiet and loud, because the piano can have both, right? It's an Italian word. So even in the composer's note, it's not forte, it's forte. Now here's the thing: if you're teaching English pronunciation, maybe okay, I'm gonna stop bitching. I'll stop. However, if reading sheet music is your strong point, that's also called a forte. No second syllable required. They're pronounced the exact same. 10. I don't know. Foyer. A tendency to add a fancy French sound strikes again, but welcoming guests into your foyer doesn't make the best first impression. You know what? They're not correcting you, though. What's the correct pronunciation? Well, who cares? This one I don't care. All right. This one I would say gala. I would stress it at the beginning. Yes. And that's correct. 12. Ooh, I've always said, is it GIF? Merriam-Webster pronounced this with a hard G. That's what I was going to say. I've always said GIF, but maybe I'm wrong, because the word's actually an acronym for Graphics Interchange Format. Well, then it makes sense. However, its inventor, Steve Wilhite, is adamant about pronouncing GIF like the peanut butter. Well, if he made the thing, though, I mean, maybe he's right then. I suppose I'll say GIF. So they did provide the correct pronunciation is this one. So sorry for saying that. Oh, they say fort? You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. I just realized how the website works at word 11. I apologize for that. But it's not fort. That pisses me off, actually. Yeah, February. Espresso, yeah. Either. They give that one. Cash, I agree. Arctic. Yeah, this one. Okay, so your yummy Greek pita shouldn't sound like gyroscope. Order a gyro or whatever, or gyro instead. I think it's pronounced gyro. I think it's the r sound in Greek, if we're talking about Greek sounds, but whatever. Okay, this one I would say hyperbole. right? No exaggeration, this four-syllable word has nothing to do with the vowels thanks to its Greek roots, okay? Fun fact, hyperbole is anatomy, I don't care. So hyperbole, so correct. Hyperbole, nice. 15, I would say liable. Liable, that's correct. Don't get legal terms mixed up. Yep, liability. Cool. 16, oh come on, who misses this one up? It's library. Yeah, library. Just like February, the two R sounds in library make proper pronunciation especially hard. Oh, I guess. Library. 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 Okay. So do people say library? Really? 17, mauve. Mauve. Yeah, whether you like this pure purpley color. Oh, the color. What does it look like? They could have used a mauve color for this little section that they... Oh, okay, yeah, kind of a purple. That's right. 1 second. Wow. 40 shades of mauve. Well, this one, I suppose, because we're getting hashtag E0AFFF. That's mauve, guys. Beautiful. Kind of a little... I would describe it as almost lilac. Did I mispronounce that? I don't even know. Anyways, how do you pronounce that? I need to know now. Is it lilla in Italian? Let me see.
Lilac. Lilac.
Lilac. Okay, so I'm saying it right, but I'm glad. Man, it would be a little weird to be all about pronouncing this, pronouncing that. 18, a meme. Yeah, that's a meme. I think everyone knows that. 19, all right, I would say mischievous or mischievous. Mischievous. I've always said mischievous. It's probably wrong because here it says it's mischievous. This popular mistake pops up. All right, so I'm going to make sure that it isn't a regional thing and they're just being racist. Let's see.
Mischievous.
You see what I mean? It is a regional thing.
Mischievous.
Mischievous is how I would have said.
mischievous,
This guy says mischievous. The American guy, where is he? He gave up on this one. Yeah, he quit. He quit for this. We got Southern.
Mischievous.
Well, Southern also agrees with me, I suppose. Irish.
Mischievous.
Mischievous. Scottish.
Mischievous.
Yeah, anyways, I think they're both fine, guys. Mischievous and mischievous. But you let me know, because I've always said mischievous. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. Often, yeah, believe it or not, pronouncing the T in often is officially a no-go. That is so strange. The variant is so stigmatized that the dictionary even precedes it with an obulous mark. Huh. Often. Well, fine. Okay, I guess. Don't do it or you'll get arrested. 21, niche. I would say niche, yeah. 22, nuclear. So they say nuclear. Nuclear codes. Both? My guess is both. Yeah. Let's see. We test it here.
Nuclear.
nuclear,
So he says new.
Nuclear.
He says new. It's a bit like saying New York, both fine, regional. And duty versus duty or duty. I've always said Call of Duty, but I mean Call of Duty is fine. They're fine. Stupid, student, that's how I say it. But student and stupid are also acceptable because it's just a different accent. It isn't a matter of right or wrong in that situation. I would say prelude. Yeah, prelude. Prelude in church. Yeah, 24. Pronunciation. Yeah. None. Pronunciation. 25. Regardless. Do people... I didn't think this one was difficult. Regardless. But why do they put re in... and they pronounce it regardless. And it's wrong. I don't think they're understanding what making letters bigger, that's stress. If you capitalize here, it means you want me to stress it. But no one says regardless. It's regardless. Yeah. 26, regime. Yeah. Oh, they say regime. Oh, come on. It's regime. It's regime. US.
Regime.
Okay, they even say, this guy even says regime with a zh. I'm not sure if that's
regime,
regime, so maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Regime.
So she did say regime. But the guy said
regime,
regime. So I believe they're both fine at this point. Regime, regime. It seems like everyone agrees with the zh, and that's what the International Phonetic Alphabet says. I've always pronounced it regime, but I suppose regime is more correct, at least according to this. Let me know how you say it. 27. Sherbet. 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 28. All right, I would say status, but I think status is also acceptable. They say it's never too late to get it right. Isn't this a little bit like data and data? Because I've always said data, but data is fine. Nothing wrong with it. They're both acceptable. And what I mean by that is that, for instance, the word never, saying neither is not acceptable. Or the word late, saying lat, is not acceptable. But for instance, the word right, some people do say rate, and that is acceptable because it becomes a regional accent. So as long as it's a regional variety that is spoken by a people, then I don't think it's wrong per se. Unless you need to become a voice actor, then you have to speak with the most standardized form. But when you have like massive countries and one entire country says it one way and the other entire country says it the other way, continuously and uniformly, then both pronunciation are acceptable and shouldn't be considered mistakes. That's how I see it. 29, sweet. Yeah, sweet. Sweet. Lovely. Ooh, transient. Yeah, I guess I pronounced the E and I probably shouldn't. Let me know how you say it. Last one. I have no idea. Triathlon. I don't know what that means. But anyways, so let me know how many you got right, and if I got something wrong, let me know in the comments, and thank you very much for joining Metatron's Academy. Have a good one. If you're enjoying this video so far, please take a moment to check out my Patreon page. With as little as a $5 support, you can help us ensure that we can continue to produce high quality and high researched content. And at the same time, you get access to polls, extra videos, unlisted streams, and much more. Thank you so much.